This Christmas, I'm giving you the gift of better street shots. Let's get into it. I love Christmas. Last Christmas Eve, I was visited by 3 ghosts in the hope that I'd wake up a better person on Christmas Day. It didn't work out. However, there's something magical about Christmas street photography. The glow of Christmas street lights doesn't just light up the streets, it transforms them. Christmas lights adds colour, atmosphere and warmth to your photos. And here's the best part. Christmas lights act as natural light sources, spilling onto the pavement, shop windows and even people. So today I'm going to walk you through some essential tips to capture Christmas street shots like a pro. We'll cover how to capture that festive vibe when photographing subjects, how to capture those small, beautiful details inside window displays, and even how to use Christmas lights reflected in shiny car surfaces. So if you're ready to fill your stocking with Christmas photography tip magic, then let's jump right in. Before we dive into the techniques, let me give you my go-to settings for night street shots. I always shoot in aperture priority at f2.8, auto ISO 800 to 6400 and minimum shutter speed of 1/100 seconds. If you come across a light or some lights which might look a little bit bright to you, that hanging light overhead is always giving me problems, then all you need to do is dial back the exposure compensation to the negative, usually anything up to a stop. These settings will get you sharp shots, and I use them for every technique I'm about to show you, so no need to worry. You've already got the right settings sorted. One of the most iconic Christmas street shots is capturing people near window displays. It's a chance for you to capture subjects getting deep into that festive vibe. As people walk by Christmas lights and Christmas window displays, they naturally pass through pools of glowing light from shop windows, lampposts, and festive streetlights. This creates subtle side lighting on their faces, adding warmth, colour, and a bit of Christmassy storytelling to your shots. If you're patient and use the fishing technique, you can wait for subjects such as a couple in cosy, wintry clothing to walk past, which is just Christmas vibes all over. But my personal favourite is capturing that special sense of loneliness with a solitary subject walking by. I'm always drawn to capturing that kind of image because I'm so lonely all year round. The glow and shadow interplay works wonders on textured surfaces too. Think brick walls or even ordinary street elements like these wheelie bins here. They're only bins, but it's a good example to show you how the light catches on one side while the other side falls into shadow, creating a cinematic noir feel. It's classic light versus shadow storytelling. When people stop to gaze into a Christmas window display, their faces are naturally lit by the glow from inside. You instantly get that element of Christmas time shopping storytelling. If the window is bright enough and there's not any other ambient lights close by on the street, then you can frame them as clean, sharp silhouettes, which instantly makes the shot feel more dramatic and atmospheric. Here's a bonus tip. It's a simple composition technique, but it works wonders. Use the rule of thirds to position your subject near an intersection point. This naturally draws the viewer's eye to your subject and makes the composition feel more balanced. Now, I've talked about layering before, but today I want to show you how to do it at night time. At night, foreground elements can be softly lit by lamplight, shop lights, or even Christmas lights. which gives another element of aesthetic beauty to your images. Here's how you do it. Angle the camera so that the foreground object is in the bottom corner or the edge of the frame, and focus on the subject in the middle or the background. This can create a subtle blur in the foreground, depending upon the distance between you, the foreground object, as well as the aperture of your lens. Or if you're shooting a little bit further away from the foreground object, you can keep the object and the rest of the frame in sharp detail as well, even at f2.8. This trick adds depth to your shot, along with beautiful night highlights, making it feel atmospherically cinematic. Instead of just capturing a person walking along the street, you've got a layered scene with glow, depth, and colour. Pro tip, don't rush. When you're framing up, move slowly, adjust your position, and see how the foreground object changes in dimension and angle, and how it alters the composition as you move the camera. Sometimes you'll be surprised at how much a tiny shift can turn good into great. Now, while you're framing those shots of people walking past, here's a quick bonus tip. Take a moment to capture some of the smaller details in the window displays themselves. You've got baubles, ornaments, mini Christmas trees, and even people. All those tiny festive touches that make Christmas feel special. This is a great chance to practice intentional framing. Make sure you're paying attention to the edges of your frame so you don't accidentally cut something off or leave in distracting elements. Get that clean, tidy frame, and it's one more skill you can take with you into all of your street photography. This is one of my favourite techniques, using car bonnets as reflections. It sounds odd, but it actually works. Car bonnets are shiny, reflective surfaces, and Christmas lights reflect beautifully on them. If you position your camera so that you frame the car bonnet at the bottom of your shot, you'll get a glowing foreground reflection that makes the shot feel cinematic. Plus, they can look quite surreal, which is something I personally love in artwork. This is a method that you can use all year round. Streetlights and other displays reflect easily in car bonnets and can make for some pretty interesting and beautiful foreground reflective surfaces. Obviously, this ties in with the layering technique that I showed you earlier. So if you want to master layering at Christmas, just remember these three go-to elements. Number 1, car bonnets for reflections. Number 2, lamp posts for anchor points. And number 3, any other foreground object such as these bin bags or a dustbin for a textured foreground element. Any one of these can become your foreground, and when you add layers, your photo goes from flat to full of depth. Alright, let's recap these tips for capturing Christmas street shots. Grabbing photos of people on their festive merry shopping. Layer your images. Use lamp posts or anything else as a foreground object to add depth to your images. Capture small details. Get close to window displays with ornaments and any other Christmassy details you see on the streets to add variety to your shots. Use car bonnets for reflections. Position your camera low and let these glowing reflections frame the bottom and the edges of your shot. So which of these techniques do you want to try on your next photo walk? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've already been out shooting Christmas lights, let me know your best shot so far. I'd love to hear about it. Christmas only comes once a year, so get out there and capture the magic. Use these tips to fill your camera with street shots that you and your viewers will love. If you want to know why f2.8 is the best aperture for shooting at nighttime, then check out this video here. Until we meet again, have a Merry Christmas and go forth and create.